Say hello, Rube.
Hi.
Okay. So, where are we, Rube?
This is Sumburgh Head on Shetland, on the mainland, south tip.
That's it, yep. And it's very windy. We're in the lookout, and you'll find out how windy as I step out a bit. How incredible is that out there? Gulls struggling to balance in the wind. Nesting all around. So, Sumburgh Head. That's the whales and things, the cetaceans which are seen down here. But yeah, Sumburgh Head, there's a lighthouse, and what else are we here for?
Puffins.
Yes,
Hopefully.
indeed. Now we've seen puffins before, but we've not made it. Somebody's gone camera shy. We've not made it to actually get in puffins on land. So far we've done them on Mull and they've been at sea, but today hopefully we'll get them on land and they'll be nice and close, so we'll see what happens. So we're heading back down now from Sumburgh Lighthouse behind us. Yep, you should be able to see that. But just had to stop at this point and turn you around and straighten you up a little bit. Look at that. What a phenomenal place. Gotta love it. Just because we've not seen the real thing today, coming up to Sumburgh Head, you've got the model of an orca there. I did see a notification of an orca further, or an orca pod rather, further up the island, but totally different area to where we were unfortunately today. So we'll see what happens over the next few days. And I think this is about the windiest point I've got to today. Right on the headland. You can see all the little white dots you can see on the cliffs are breeding gulls. Quite a few down there. Unfortunately we've not seen any puffins. I've seen guillemots on the water, but no puffins today. Maybe have a try earlier on one of the other days while we're here, but it's a bit windy, just a little lot. Even the birds are struggling to fly around in it as they're coming in. Man, perfect timing. No effort needed there though. Amazing creatures. So we've come back from Sumburgh Head, and because the weather is absolutely glorious, as you can see, we've decided one of the other places on Shetland that we wanted to come to was St Ninian's Isle, and just look at it. How incredible is that? I keep using that word, but this whole place is just incredible. Look at that. St Ninian's Isle. I can't remember the name of the sandbank between the two ocean sections. There is a name for it, a definition, but I can't remember what it is. But just look how beautiful that is. So we're going to go down. Rube's wandering off ahead of me, carrying the tripod, and we're going to have a play. We've got an ND filter and try some new stuff for both of us, where using the ND filter we can put a much longer exposure on. That'll blur things like cloud movement, water movement, and give you a really nice smooth photo. So Rube's got the tripod, because you're going to need to use a tripod to do this sort of thing, because you're going to be looking at really long exposure times. But yeah, just look at it, absolutely glorious. And we couldn't have better weather. The skies are looking nice and clear. Hopefully they're going to stay this way. Tonight there's the Lyrid meteor shower, and there's also a chance of an aurora as well. So if we get an explosion of that and the meteor shower, we'll be out as soon as it starts to get dark. And obviously we'll take you with us. But for now, we're down on the beach, down on the bank bit. I can't remember what it's bloody called. Can you?
Not a clue.
No, me neither.
Off the top of my head, I don't know.
I know it began with a T, but I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, something like that, I don't know.
But as we parked up, there's a crowd of oyster catchers flew over the top of us. Quite a collection of them. So there we go. Right, let's get some pictures. So we've now reached the other side of the sandbank, which I've since found out via Google is called a tombolo. There is a risk of being cut off by high tides, but high tide isn't until very late this evening, so we're pretty safe. But as I came up here and onto the island, the amount of rabbits I saw was insane. They're just all scattered. So we've got to what appears to be the top of St Ninian's Isle. There should be a chapel around here somewhere. I'm guessing we've obviously taken some kind of wrong turn across open grassland and can't see anything. There's quite a fog coming in, quite a fogged bunch of clouds coming in over the hills there, which we've got to walk back towards. You can see the tombolo in the distance, hopefully. And we've got to go all the way back over there. God knows how far it is. I'll check my distance on my phone in a minute as to how far we've walked, and then see what it's like when we get back to the car. And then I'll update you. It's quite a distance, it seems, anyway, and a lot of uphill and a lot of sand.